everybody, and welcome to the Dex, our weekly trivia and battle strategy show about your favorites in the Pokemon world. I'm PokeKellz.
Hiya!
Ninja Boy Alex, can you please come help me do the episode?
Ah! Booyah! I'm the best! You're not! The best ninja in the world! Ha ha ha!
Oh man, you really are the ninja. I'm inferior. Hey, you got something on your face.
Oh,
I got it.
Thanks, man.
Hey, anyway, this week's episode is all about the newest ninja to hit the streets of Kalos.
If you started with this sneaky frog, then you know that he's a master of speed and cunning. The real embodiment of a... Oh, I feel weird.
I poisoned you because I'm the real ninja. It's Greninja!
Wow, I never would have suspected you. Those were some ninja skills.
Sorry dude, what do you expect from a girl who comes from a long line of ninjas? But let's get to that later. Greninja is a water dark type Pokemon and the final evolution of the Kalos region's water starter, Froakie.
That's right. If it wasn't obvious, Greninja is based on a frog, most likely the long-limbed tree frogs of Central America. They're characterized by their skinny bodies and long legs.
In particular, his coloration is reminiscent of the splendid leaf frog. Take a look at that blue and yellow. And like many frogs, Greninja has a long tongue, which are normally used to catch prey, but he seems to wear it as a scarf.
The name Greninja is derived from the French word grenouille, which means frog and ninja, but in Japanese, his name is Gekkoga, Gekko being the onomatopoeic Japanese sound of croaking, and Koga-ryu. Wait a minute. Koga-ryu? Like Koga? Is Greninja named after Koga?
Oh, no. Actually, both Gekkoga and my dear old grandpa are named after the Koga-ryu school of ninjutsu.
Whoa, that sounds intense.
It surely is, my good sir, and we'll tell you all about it in today's segment, Ninja Warrior!
That's a real show. You cannot call it that.
Pokemon Soldiers!
There we go.
The ancient martial art of ninjutsu was one of the most unconventional forms of warfare, and it originated in Japan as far back as the 1100s in the Ganpei War.
The art was developed largely in the Iga province and in Koka, Japan. The two main schools of ninjutsu are the Iga-ryu and the Koka-ryu, also called Koga-ryu.
Most people think that ninjas were all about stealth and jumping from rooftops in the night, but in fact, ninjutsu practitioners were trained in a huge variety of skills.
The Koga ninjas were trained to be experts in, wait for it, armed combat, unarmed combat, archery, horseback riding, disguise, medicine, concealment, escape tactics, poison, espionage, explosives, survival skills, meteorology, military tactics and guerrilla warfare, and many, many more.
So really, there's much more to the stereotypical black-clad sneaky ninjas we all picture when ninjas are mentioned. In reality, they were more like special agents, the 007s of Japan.
With that knowledge in mind, Greninja seems much more like a trained soldier, which is especially noticeable when looking at his 3D model animation, and also explains why Froakie is saluting in his official artwork. 10 hut!
But what about that long, weird tongue that's wrapped around his head like a slimy, gross scarf? It's actually a representation of ninja scarves, which were used for a variety of things, from concealing their faces to tying themselves up in trees when they needed to hide out overnight.
Pretty sweet. Greninja also has a signature move that relates back to ninjutsu, Water Shuriken. A shuriken is a classic weapon from ninjutsu, which is also commonly known as a throwing star or ninja star.
I'm the real ninja.
So if Koga's your grandpa, does that mean that your mom is Janine?
Yes.
And you don't believe me when I say Blaine's my uncle?
What, you want to fight about it?
Yeah, because it's time for battle strategy, ninjutsu style.
Pokemon!
Greninja is really fast and has a fairly high special attack stat, which coupled with its hidden ability Protean, sets it up to be a great late game sweeper. Grab a timid one and super train it in special attack and speed.
Protean makes Greninja's type match whatever move it uses, so all its moves get stab. Give it a life orb to hold to boost its power even more.
Set it up with Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Dark Pulse for 3 powerful special attacks with excellent coverage. Just be careful because since his type will always match his attack, you have to plan for his weaknesses.
In that last slot, go for U-turn. Greninja's really fast and sometimes swapping out mid-turn is exactly what you need to turn the tide of a battle.
And that's it. Of course, that's not the only way to train a Greninja, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Swapping out Hydro Pump for Surf will give you a little less attack power but much more reliability. A pretty fair trade if you ask me.
Giving Greninja Grass Knot instead of U-turn could help with bulky water types. He doesn't run it much either, so it'd be a pretty nasty surprise.
Greninja's also a great user of hidden power fire. Think about that next time you're fighting a Caesar or a Ferrothorn.
Lastly, Greninja's speed makes it a solid spikes user. It can be just the thing you need to OHKO your opponent, but you gotta choose wisely.
And that's it, Greninja. I'm a ninja, you're a Sinja. No, that was bad.
Whatever. If you had a good time, be sure and subscribe and leave a suggestion for next time in the comments below. I'm Ninja Boy Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. Tune in next week for another glowing episode of
The Dex. Ha! Booyah! I got you! I'm the best ninja!
Okay, so I'm PokeKellz.
Hiya!
Completely missed.